Welcome guys, in this video we are going to discuss for some amazing chess tricks and traps against the Queen's Gambit. Queen's Gambit begins with d4, we run knight f6 and then comes c4. This is the Queen's Gambit, such that central pawns are under white control and this queen is having an open diagonal. Over here we play e6. The main motive comes that we have open our bishop diagonal and we may further castle, making space for castling also. Well, knight comes out to c3, then we play bishop b4, such that we are making the space for castling such that this knight is also pinned. And now why we have to pin this knight? Because white may plan to play e4 in the next move. But in this case, white may not play e4. Otherwise, will be a free pawn. Because that's a pin. So we may consider e3 as the response. What he may try is he may try knight e2, then g3 and bishop over here. And for the castling, that would be plan of white. In most of the cases, many of the players begin with knight e2. Well, over here, this is black to move and black plays c5. Means he is trying to counter attack towards the center. Such that knight comes out to e2 as we discussed and then comes d5. D5 is specially attacking towards the center, means counter attack towards the center, such that bishop comes to d2. Now, what is the main reason of bishop d2? That he wants to remove the pin. Over here, we play queen a5. The main reason comes that we are once again attacking towards the knight with pressure. Well, over here, after queen a5, the best move as per many of the players is a3, and I'm very sure many of you might say a3 also, because that's attacking the bishop. And once more, this bishop has no more square except for taking it, right? But in this position, guess what? We are going to play knight c3. Means we are enabling white to take the bishop. Well, white takes the bishop and trust me, that's a huge blunder. Here we take this and now if white takes the queen, then white's gone. Because if white takes and then comes knight d3, that's the checkmate. So this was the mate in just 9 moves. Coming back over here, once again we begin with d5 in this position. Earlier we tried knight f6 and e6. Over here we tried d5. Now comes c4 and then we play e5. Yes, this is the Albion counter gambit. Such that if white takes the pawn, we may play d4, means we are creating the space at the center. And we may, okay, e3 on the board. E3 means that white develops the bishop further, means he is creating an open diagonal for his bishop. That's the reason. Here comes bishop b4 giving check and then comes bishop d2. Guess what? We are going to take the pawn. Now, what's the reason of taking the pawn? We just sacrificed the bishop. Well, white takes the bishop and there we take the pawn. Now, you might be aware if king takes then queen may take the queen. So, absolutely, king comes to e2 is the expected response. Over here, guess what? Don't make a mistake by taking out the bishop over here. Trust me, because knight can come out. So this means that we have to first eliminate the knight and we promote it to knight, giving check. Okay, so this means that's a forcing move and white rook will be forced to capture the knight. And then you begin with bishop g4. And at the next move, you win the queen. So this was an easy queen win for you. Going back, over here d4 and we play e6, c4 and then comes d5. Once again counter attack towards the center. This is the queen's gambit declined variation. Knight comes c3, knight f6 and then comes bishop g5. Here we play knight b to d7. Now, if you say that white may capture the pawn, we'll capture back. Knight may capture the pawn, right? Since that's a pin, and this is creating a counter attack towards the knight. But guess what? White's going to lose the game very easily. What we have to do is we have to give up the queen, and maybe your opponent will realize that he did a mistake if he is an experienced player. Well, over here, white takes the queen. in a hurry since he thinks that the queen was easy win. Here we begin with bishop b4 giving check, and once again there is no more variation except queen d2. So queen d2, and at last you may win the queen. King takes, and then you may take this. Now this means that you are having a minor piece up, two knights and bishop, and you only have one knight, one bishop. This means you are having a one knight extra, and this would be easy for you to win the game. So these were all the chess tricks and traps against the queen's gambit declined. Against the queen's gambit. Especially what you did is you just deliver the mate or you win the game easily by winning the queen or gaining advantage in just 9 moves. All the traps were in just 9 moves. So I hope many of you would love the video. Do subscribe and thanks for watching.